afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to your place of chill. There is the coffee company. I'm here with my brother, Mr. Brian Daigle himself. What's happening today, Achi?
Nothing much, mate. My parents are due back from their holiday today. They've already had a 2.5 hour delay on their flight, but they are airborne as we speak. And then just a chill one.
Airport at Gatwick?
No, they're landing. No, they're landing into Luton.
It's even worse. It's even worse.
Well, you think about it as well, because of this delay. I think they're due to arrive about 3:30. By the time they get out of customs and everything, you're bang smacking rush hour traffic on a Friday.
Oh yeah, you are. I've always hated Luton Airport. I hate Luton. I think I still prefer Luton to Gatwick because I'm close to Luton. But you guys are not on the M1 at all. So if you want to go, like, you would have to do M1 to M25. Well, we would have to do it as well. So it's just like instead of going that way, you're going that way. But I think it's worse somehow.
I hate Gatwick, and for some, Ilana and I, when I came over this time, because we needed to get the cheaper ticket, it was Air Transat, so it got into Gatwick. So it's an absolute goddamn nightmare.
Yeah, it's a dump of an airport, and I really need to fix it.
It's just getting there, Ben. If I'm getting there by public transport, it's get to Victoria, get the Gatwick Express, whereas Heathrow is just sit on the train at Foster's, bang.
Yeah. And for me now, I can use Crossrail or the Elizabeth line. And it gets there. You change to Paddington, bang, you're there within an hour.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy because it's actually probably what would be no, Heathrow would be closer because it's on the train, but Gatwick is just a horrible place to go. Driving, taxi, car, train, whatever way you look at it, Gatwick is the worst airport ever.
Unless you live near Gatwick,
you can't get a train to it. Luton's there is no train to it.
Yeah, but if you live near Gatwick, it's perfect. But yeah, I don't like that airport.
Yeah, it's horrible, absolutely horrible. It's a bit of a weird stream today because before Brian messaged me this morning, I was going to do a little review of the brand new Indiana Jones film. But then Brian said, can I come on the show? I was all right. Well, it doesn't even have to ask if he can come on the show. If he says, I'm free, done. There's the link, Brian. Yeah. It's one of those things. It's part of being part of the TottenhamOnTour umbrella. But
correct.
We might talk about it a bit. I'm gonna do a quick review of it. It was pretty crap. Moving on.
I haven't seen the new one.
I enjoyed it. There was a couple of rants I've got to go through, but firstly, I'll go through the chat. And now my mother's asking if my dad left his keys here. I don't see them, but I'll answer that in a bit. Let's see it. Welshie, hopefully you're well, miss. Lovely to see you. Hello, Welshie. Big up, Ben from Jason.
Big up, Jason.
Hopefully you're well. Elizabeth line is brilliant. It's absolutely crazy good. Big up, Bren, live from the laptop. Big up.
Big up, brother.
Great stuff. There are. When you go to the cinema, you want everyone to be shut off and you're enjoying the film. Last night at the Odeon in Pickett's Lock, otherwise known as Lee Valley, but we've always called it Pickett's Lock, the old stomping area of Enfield. People were on their phones during the cinema and on social media taking photos of the film whilst the film, using flash photography. And it almost got to the point where I had to actually say, would you mind fucking off? Would you mind? But I don't understand it. You spent good money to go and watch a film and you're spending the entire time on Twitter. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? You've got a mobile phone. Why? It just ruins it for everyone. How can you be so bloody selfish? It's disgraceful. I don't know what your pet peeves of going to the cinema are, Brian, but you probably have as much as I do.
So for me, it's kind of difficult because with my ADD, I don't have the hyperactive part. I just have ADD. Yeah. If it's when I go to the cinema, it has to be to a movie I really want to see that will keep my attention span. Because if it doesn't, then the people I'm with are in for trouble. I used to have to take in packets of straws, like a whole packet of straws, because I'd chew them.
Yeah.
I just keep chewing them to keep me occupied,
Yeah.
or things like that. I remember I've said this story before. The Christmas Day in Toronto is
Yeah.
Jewish people going to the cinema, then seeing the same Jewish people in a Chinese restaurant.
Yeah.
That is like, and obviously I live with my mother-in-law, my beautiful wife, and my sister-in-law comes in, and we vote. We did it 2 years in a row. The first year it was Star Wars, and I thought, I don't like Star Wars, but I've lost the vote.
Yeah.
When that was mind-numbingly boring for me. I should
I
sit in there.
love
But
Star Wars
the
though.
year after, it was the Mary Poppins remake, and I thought, you know what? It's Mary Poppins. Mary Poppins is a
And you
classic, and
hated it.
I love Mary Poppins. And do you know what? I thought it'd give me that little connection to home. I'd see bits of London. I'd hear the English accent the whole way. Now, the original Mary Poppins is a classic and
It's
is brilliant,
magic.
and I have no problem watching it over and over again.
Yeah.
This one, however, obviously it weren't a remake. It was the kids grown up.
Yeah.
Within 20 minutes, I spent the whole movie like this, just watching Alana bobbing her head and dancing and enjoying it. And I was going mad. I was going absolutely mad.
Yeah.
Um, again, the cinemas in Toronto are very, very different to the cinemas here.
They are.
The styles of seats you can sit in. I know you have different tiers here, but I only go to movies that I really, really want to see. The best thing was when I came back, the time a certain person we're not talking about was in a coma. And when I flew back, the James Bond movie had just come out, the
Yeah.
last one with Daniel Craig. So Ilana and I really wanted to see it. And because of COVID, Ilana and I went and we had the whole cinema to ourselves.
Yeah.
Like the whole cinema.
Yeah.
So we just went and sat in the posh seats, whatever. But yeah, with me, I really, really have to want to see the movie in case I can't go because of my ADD.
I mean, the only reason I saw the movie last night is because I didn't want people to spoil it for me. And the fact that that's got to be it now, because you know that people are going to spoil it for you and people are going to text you about it. It's not fair. Like, there is a written rule. You don't talk about the movie for 2 weeks after the movie's come out. But I hate that. But I hate people that go to a cinema and don't actually watch the film. That you attempt to watch the film, you don't sit on your phone. She's brought up a good comment. You see the same. I hate this. I hate this. The reason people film concerts whilst they're at them is not because they want to enjoy the concert. It's because they want to tell all their friends that they were at this concert.
Of course.
Like, if you are in that concert, you are in the moment. I hate videoing concerts. I hate it. I want to be there. I want to feel the music. I feel it. You feel that it's an emotional connection music. I hate this. It's one of those things I hate.
I do hate about movies. Not necessarily going to the cinema, unless Ilana did this with me. We went to see Jaws at the Natural History Museum when we lived here. I hate watching movies with people. So, like, my mother-in-law's terrible at this. They start going, "Oh, I bet this is going to happen. Oh, I bet that's going to happen. Oh, I can see this happen." I'm like, just watch the bloody movie. Just watch it. Or they go, "Oh, yeah, that wouldn't really happen. That's so fake. That would never happen." I'm like, it's a movie. It's like I watched, funny enough, in the movie at the cinema, The Rock's Skyscraper movie.
Yeah.
And I watched it with Ilana and my mother-in-law on TV when it came out. And they're saying, "Oh, that's so fake. The Rock wouldn't be able to jump from that crane to the building." I'm like, obviously, it's an action movie. It's an action movie. When you see Bruce Willis in Die Hard kill everyone, but only get a little shot, obviously this does not happen in. But my God, and there's people as well that they're fake. Like I must admit, I'm terrible with this. If you're sitting there watching Snatch with me, there are lines. I know that movie pretty much off by heart.
Yeah.
The entire thing. And it's like there are parts where you'll repeat the words. But if you're gonna do it, say it to yourself. Just be like, just whisper the words. But sitting next to people that just say the lines out loud, I'm like, do me a favour. Do me a favour. It's different if it's like when I went to the Queen movie and you hear people singing the songs. You can't help it. But when you're watching a movie and you have people just repeating the lines or saying, "Oh, get ready, this bit's funny in a few minutes," I'm like, well, now I'm on the lookout for it. Why are you taking this away from me?
Yeah. I mean, there are certain movies you're allowed to talk in, and there are sing-alongs, and they put, like, for example, Disney movies. There are sing-along versions that they literally say this is a sing-along.
Yeah.
Like, you don't go to a Disney sing-along movie and don't sing along. Like, it's all about the better. Yeah, but keep yourself to yourself. But there are some things that there have to be noise. Comedies, there are going to be laughing. There's going to be laughing. There's going to be certain things that if you go and watch Lord of the Rings, I don't know if you've seen. I think you've seen Lord of the Rings.
No, I'm not going. With my ADD, you think I'm going to watch a film that's about 3.5 hours?
But when Theoden of Rohan charges the orcs in Lord of the Rings 3, everyone in that cinema screams death, and it's the best thing ever. Like,
but you have to know that you've just said a sentence.
Yeah.
Where I've already lost interest in the movie. Not because you said it. It's just like, what the hell are you talking about?
Got to get the Rock in Lord of the Rings somehow.
Yeah, then I would watch it.
James Bond killed like 20 dudes in every movie. Of course, it's not
exactly.
That's the reason you're at a cinema.
Exactly, and his car that fires out fucking rockets, and it's just like, yes, I know. It's like, I know it's not real. I know this wouldn't happen in real life. Why are you saying, oh, this is so fake? This is so. I'm like, oh, do me a favor, people.
Went to Fast X just up the road. It was the same, Ben. Yeah. Flying visit. Big up, lads. Lovely to see you, Welsh. You have a wonderful weekend.
Big up, Welsh, darling.
Big up, big up. It's not real. No, it's not, unfortunately. One of them, what's it called? One of the things I hate, it's not really to do with movies, is when people keep on saying that wrestling is fake to me. Whenever you say I like professional wrestling, they always like pull you to the side. They look at you like this, and you're like, "Do you realize it's fake?"
Yep.
Yes, that's why we like it. If I wanted to watch real fighting, I would watch UFC or boxing or kickboxing or any of the major martial arts. Watch Krav Maga. I'm not going to watch a storyline where The Rock dresses up as a tooth fairy to fight John Cena wearing his yellow shirt or his orange shirt or his pink shirt looking like Fruity Pebbles. You watch it because it's entertaining, not because it's real. Come on.
Yeah, you have to add to that, Ben. It is choreographed, it is everything, but what they do and putting their bodies through the line.
Of course, that is real.
Yeah, the paint. You know what I mean? It's a lot of the moves are obviously done and they're done, but you've seen before.
It's entertainment.
People break their necks. People have had their muscles torn off their
lives shortened.
Exactly. So it's insane.
And we got it's Bobby K.
My brother.
Bobby K. Big up, and he's posted the tip link. Went and saw Liam Gallagher at Nebworth. Was the same. I hate it. Live in the moment, guys. Live in the moment.
I saw Robbie Williams at Nebworth. Nebworth is incredible. That was incredible seeing Robbie there.
Yeah,
it's insane.
I remember the video of it. They are basically stuntmen. They are stuntmen, absolutely. You can't fake falling off a 25-foot cage. No, you can't. Of course you can't. But it's how they do it. They do it. It's entertainment. It's total entertainment. And why do people take joy in poking holes in things? Yes, I'm with for example, Top Gun. I'm like, there are loads of plot holes in the latest Top Gun, like things like that, little things. But one thing I will say about Top Gun is it's bloody fun and it's enjoyable. And at the end of the movie, you have a smile on your face. So forget the bloody potholes. At least people enjoyed it, and that's the whole thing. It's all about it. Mark, wrestling is fake. My weekend is ruined. It's okay. It's all good, buddy. You can watch Money in the Bank tomorrow, and you can get it back.
Right.
Of course, we're going to be on Coover and the Kang. So we'll be doing a live watch along on the Coover and the Kang of Money in the Bank. Ben quoted The Rock, Fruity Pebbles. Yes, damn right. Money in the Bank tomorrow. Great stuff. Big up, Bobby K. Ian said, now that I'm older, I actually enjoy the storyline aspect of it more than absolutely. For anyone that's not watching at the moment, the Bloodline storyline that's going on at the moment is one of the best pieces of storytelling for years. That is amazing storytelling. It's brilliant.
It's been brilliant.
And it's just great. It's entertainment. This stream has spoiled my outlook on life. Next thing they'll tell me unicorns aren't real.
They're real. They're real, mate. They're real.
Absolutely. Anything that's a pink fluffy horse is real. That's just a fact. I don't even have to say that.
Correct.
Pet peeves about entertainment. Seeing as we're on this, pet peeves of entertainment. We have a few of them. Like, for example, my brother, whenever he's at home, he watches a movie and has the volume on so low that no one else can hear it. Or when we're in the car and he's got music on, you can barely hear it. I hate that. I hate it. Like, if you're going to put it on, make sure everyone can hear it.
Yep. You're right. I'll tell you the thing as well with that is my parents, when they had this house redone, they got the speakers in the ceiling. So it's all a surround sound like over there. And I said to my mum and dad, do me a favour. What you're going to want to put? You're going to want to put the soundproofing thing underneath the car because the room right above them is my parents' bedroom. And I said, trust me, if you don't put this fucking soundproof thing down, Mum, when you go to bed, if Dad's watching TV downstairs, and my dad likes to watch with a bit of volume, you are going to hear it coming right through that room. Yeah. My God, can you? I don't think they realise just how bad. And the bass and everything, and then Mum then has her TV on loud. Yeah. So I'll be in my room watching my tablet. Yeah. And I can hear fucking two different TVs going. The one down here, the one that my mum's turned up, I can hear everything my dad's watching. I can hear that what my mum's watching. I'm like, oh, crying out loud. Yeah. I'm like, for crying.
One day, what you need to do is all three of you need to watch the same thing at the same time. You've got to time it. So you've got full surround sound, full echo.
But the funny thing they do, Ben, is when I'm streaming, they tell me to turn the noise down or quiet my voice down because I'm loud. I'm like, are you taking the Michael here? Because I'm like, seriously? Yeah. And they'll go, your tablet's too loud. I'm like, what? Really? My tablet, my Samsung little, it's got some volume, but you're telling me it's louder than a surround sound 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 speaker system on the TV. Yeah. Versus my tablet. I'm like, okay.
I think it's because of the way it projects in a way, because it's more focused. I don't know. I'm not a sound engineer.
I'm like, okay.
Wrestling, the best entertainment onto WWE and AEW. It's great entertainment. I wouldn't say it's the best entertainment, but it's fun.
AEW hasn't got me. I watched when there's been big things like CM Punk came back, or when Paige, who's now what's her name, Saraya.
Oh yeah. It's all dependent on what if you want to watch wrestling, you watch AEW. If you want to watch stories, you watch WWE. But AEW is slowly getting there story-wise, and with their amalgamation of them and working with Ring of Honor, because they bought Ring of Honor, and with New Japan, they're starting to get a little. It's great. I love AEW. I just don't like that you have to pay for each pay-per-view. I don't like that. Because they're expensive. Bobby K, back to it. Catch you all in a bit. Remember to hit
that, brother.
And absolutely, buddy. Thanks for joining us as always, buddy. Absolutely. Ian, unpopular opinion. I love a good retcon in a show / movie. Just me that. Oh yeah, that's how it happened. Yeah. That's good as well. That's not a bad thing. Yeah, that's not bad. Will never be a Rock promo. You'll never be a Rock promo.
Correct. Although I must say, and I have this debate with Ryan Isaacs quite a bit. Yeah. John Cena is incredible on the mic.
But he's nowhere near as good as The Rock.
No, he's not for comedic. The way he can tear people, some of the stuff he says is brilliant. Listen, I will never say anything beats The Rock, ever. He is absolutely outstanding on the mic. Listen, the reason he's the people's champ and the reason he is where he is now was because of his mic work, not his wrestling work.
Yeah,
and you won't find it.
As well, it's like
Oh,
he was a safe worker as well.
mate, he is. You ask a lot of people, even wrestlers, if they had their Mount Rushmore, The Rock will be on 90% of them.
Of course, it will be. Stone Cold, The Rock, Ric Flair, and whoever else you want.
Undertaker.
Yeah, Undertaker or whoever. Don't like this scrolling down to comment. Yeah, that's the problem with the laptop, buddy. But if you scroll to the bottom, it should automatically do it.
Yeah.
AEW, because it's Sting. I love Sting. Sting's great. Big up Tony Schiavone. Big up. Is it wrong that I kind of want to see Logan Paul get injured? That means he's a good heel. But he's a good heel.
I can't believe how athletic he is, Ben. I can't believe how athletic he is. But I tell you what, I'm watching, like, he comes off my YouTube shorts and everything.
Yeah.
LA Knight is I'm starting to become an LA Knight fan. But do you know what? One thing, and there's been a thing about it. Have you heard? If you listen to LA Knight and his promos,
sounds like The Rock.
Big time.
Yeah.
Big time. It's like they've got the same voice. Like they're literally.
It's the mannerisms. You can tell that LA Knight has watched The Rock his entire. You can tell just the way he speaks, the way he accented that he's got that charisma.
And with everybody saying LA Knight, yeah.
Yeah. Not at all. Another person I know from Cleveland. The Rock and Jericho destroyed Stephen Ryan.
Oh my God, that is one of the greatest promos. That is honestly.
That's old school,
mate. Also, the one when The Rock came back and he destroys Booker T and Shane. Ben, you'll know when we went out with Fabian.
Booker.
You'll remember when we went out for your birthday with Fabian.
Yeah.
And I was just. He started a Rock promo, then I just completed it.
Yeah. 2 plus 2. What is 2?
Thomas Jefferson, sucker.
Thomas Jefferson, sucker. Big up. LA Knight, a cross between the Rock. And I wouldn't say Stone Cold, but he's very much got
mate. Stone Cold.
Yeah. Stone Cold versus Booker T in the supermarket is still my favourite wrestling bit ever. As much as I like The Rock. Stone Cold having a fight with Booker T in the super when Booker T thinks he's got away from him and Stone Cold comes through the fridges with a bottle of milk in his hand and just
when he starts singing the Dean Martin song, doesn't he? When the moon meets the sky like a big pizza pie, and then he just smacks him over the head with the pizza.
Oh, price check on dumbass.
They were brilliant.
I love that. I just love that. Rock versus Jericho 2 of my all-time, three all-time favorites. Bret the Hitman Hart being number 1. Bret was great. Booker T and Shane, like Whoopi Shane, still. Stone Cold straight up smashed a frozen pizza over Booker T's head. Funniest thing ever. Stone Cold gun on Vince, bang, 3-6. Yeah. It's just that. It's funny how in this chat we all love wrestling. I know there's only 10 of us in here, but we all love. It's great entertainment.
Yep.
It's why I wanted Vince McMahon to buy Newcastle. Because imagine if Newcastle became like WWE, it'd be hilarious. Just halfway during a football match, suddenly Stone Cold Steve Austin turns up. That's what we want to see. Stone Cold, my all-time favourite. Hell yeah, even the email address that contains 316. Great stuff. That's when they actually let the wrestlers do their own promos and not have to everything being super scripted. Yeah, there's a few wrestlers. I think Cody is... I think the only 3 now are Edge, Bray Wyatt, and Cody Rhodes. They're all allowed to go off the thing. But that's
I have to say, Cody Rhodes has been phenomenal since he's been back. Absolutely, I love him.
He's not champion. I'm mad he's not champion. But
I know, but do you know what? The way he's been, do you know what? Without a doubt, like my favourite entrance, my favorite theme tunes before Cody came The Rock, obviously, it's The Rock.
Yeah, obvious reasons.
Stone Cold for the glass shattering. Those are moments. But my favourite songs: Dolph Ziggler,
Yeah,
Edge, Randy Orton.
yeah,
And I tell you what, Kingdom has, apart from Randy will always be number one for me. But that song by Kingdom,
yeah.
it fucking brilliant.
It's
It's
an absolute
absolutely,
brilliant song.
it's incredible. And I've loved Cody since he came back. I love him. He is my favourite wrestler at the moment until Randy comes back.
Yeah, he's great. He's been like, I've always liked Cody, especially when he left. But I've been following his career since he left, and when he went to Impact for bits, when he did New Japan, the Bullet Club stuff, which was excellent with him and Kenny Omega.
Yeah.
It's great to see him back where he probably should be, and he needs to be made champion. He needs to be made champion in the next year. For me, I don't know which belt you give him, but he's got to be given one of them. For me, what was it? But I'm liking what Seth Rollins as champion. I watched a video today. He did a UK versus.
Yeah, I saw. I've watched it.
It's like that to have Seth Rollins go like firstly slate Starbucks, which is hilarious, and then to just drink Bovril and go.
I love it.
I love Bovril. I love this.
I love those snack words, but I'll tell you what, with Seth Rollins, I hate his entrance music now. Hate it.
Oh no, I love it. It's great.
I hate it with a passion. I love Burn It Down. This new bit where he gets the crowd singing. Oh my God.
I love it. It's great.
Listen, I preferred Fandango's. When Fandango did, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. And the clothing he's wearing, I'm like, oh my God, Seth. He's doing like the WWE Sam Smith.
The problem is though, he wore those clothes and did that theme music to be like a heel, but it's over. Like him coming out in a pair of moon boots, everyone loves it.
Well, you know what? He's one person that can actually go back and forth very, very easily. He's very, very good at both. Yeah, incredibly good at both.
But he's a very to make him inaugural champion of that belt, re-inaugural champion. I'm calling it. He's doing great. Any money on WWE being at Tottenham? Yeah, I think that's going to happen. I think WrestleMania will happen at Tottenham.
No, I think they'll do. I think next year SummerSlam will be here. They've done SummerSlam here before, back in the 80s. Yeah, with the old Wembley. Yeah, there is no doubt whatsoever. Yeah, no doubt. But you know one thing I do, what I really respect the WWE for, they have changed all these pay-per-views to Saturdays because of the UK. Yeah, which is great. They've changed them all because there used to be Sundays at 1 a.m. for us. Yeah. And obviously, also because AEW did the same thing, so they tried to. If they've got a pay-per-view on the same day, they want to try and beat them. That's one of the other reasons. Yeah, it's a massive improvement. Yeah, but to take into consideration, because obviously apparently the biggest part of the WWE universe outside America is here. Yeah. So to say, right, we're going to flex to that time, which is another smart move by them. Yeah. And it also allows them to do 2-day events like WrestleMania. They can do night one and night, because 7 hours for a pay-per-view is too long. That's too long. I like watching. Like the only thing I will do for that long is watch I will watch all 3 Lord of the Rings movies in a row if I have to, but I won't do it through choice. Like 7 hours of entertainment is a long time. You can't. It's impossible. So. 3 hours. Well, I'll tell you what, hopefully we'll be lucky to get 90 minutes of entertainment next season. We certainly didn't get any last season, did we? Yeah, we certainly didn't at White Hart Lane, but I'm liking, what's it called? I'm liking the changes. The Rhodes family and the Hart family have been in wrestling for donkey's years. Yes, they have been. It's whether they can continue, because the Hart, I don't think, it's whether Natalia has a child or any of her sisters have children. It's whether Cody's kids decide to. I think he's got a daughter. I believe it is. Yeah, they recently had a child. Yeah. Yeah. It all depends. Dean, Moxley, Ambrose is quality, and Moxley's great. The lunatic fringe. But he's better as Moxley when he goes through the crowd with his bottle of water. And one thing I learned today, he always throws a bottle of water in the crowd like Triple H does, but he signs the bottle. So if you catch the bottle, he's actually signed it, which is great. I like that. You remember when Carl Walker used to do the Triple H every
Yeah.
second half?
Yeah, he still does it, I think.
Yeah.
He still does it. I just miss Carl Walker in general. When will Daniel Levy wrestle? Would love to see him fight.
Well, you know what? If he is going to, guess who his number one opponent is? I swear to God. Do you know what? If they did a poll on Twitter, say, right, there's a charity boxing match or whatever, who's going against Levy? I guarantee you I'd come out on top. I guarantee you I would be...
No, what you've got to do, Brian, you've got to do a Money in the Bank contract match versus the other Spurs YouTubers.
No, I think we should do a Money in the Bank contract match where if I get the fucking briefcase before Levy, he quits.
No, just do an I Quit match.
Oh, mate, people have said it. We did this once on an Ask Us Anything when it was me in Ireland when we first started doing it. And someone said, if Dago and Levy had a boxing match, in what round would I knock him out? And there are loads of people putting different, and a lot of them were saying first round knockout. I was like, no. This is going Rocky style. I'm going the whole 12 rounds, and every round I'm just getting a little bit more aggressive. If I get that moment, forget a 3-minute, right, let's have some fun. I'm having 36 minutes of glorified pleasure of having him in the ring for 3 minutes over 12 rounds. That is going the distance.
You have to do the what's it called? The Kauffie company does not endorse violence in any way, shape, or form.
No, it's a charity boxing match.
Yeah, all violence is to make money for charitable events and for entertainment.
Exactly, and that would be. Don't tell me I wouldn't sell out the O2 Arena or White Hart Lane for that.
Just call We Are Tottenham TV. They'll promote it.
Oh, mate. I think there'll be a lot of people willing to promote it.
Yeah. I stood next to the Big Show in Newcastle. My God, he's big bloke. Witnessed the entrance of Stone Cold when he breaking out. Absolutely. I've seen AJ Styles. I've seen Randy Orton. I've seen some of them. Seeing AJ was great. Levy would win Money in the Bank. Yes, he'd get his cronies to win Money in the Bank for him.
Oh, mate, trust me. I'd get. Do you know how many people would come in and help me? But I tell you, I was lucky enough. Didn't go to SummerSlam, but one year SummerSlam was in Toronto.
Yeah.
When Edge came back, and I went to the SmackDown and Raw after it.
Yeah.
And watching it live is, mate, Randy Orton came on, and you know what? The sheer when his song came on, I was like delighted, but whatever. But even when they went off air, when that man RKOs someone, the crowd just go crazy.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter when he does it or how many times he does it, the crowd just go insane. Yeah, and every time for Raw, I was on the top tier of the Sky Dome. Or sorry, not the Sky Dome, it's the Scotiabank Arena.
Yeah.
And I went with a couple of UK guys from Booking.com, and they're like, "What are you going to do if The Rock comes here? If you hear The Rock's music?" And I was like, one or two things are either going to happen. I'm either going to run downstairs and run into the ring, or I will jump from the top. They're like, "No, you won't." I was like, "Well, let's see if The Rock..." And I think if I couldn't have got that, I would have jumped. I probably would have broken my leg. But then he probably would have come to see me because I broke my leg. So I would have. And the fact that one time that he was 5 minutes away from me, I will never let that down.
Yeah. I get it.
Oh,
we all
mate.
have our heroes. Brian Rock Bottom to Levy, yeah. The people's elbow. The people's elbow. Instead of doing it like this, you're going to be like...
Yeah, that's what I do. I go like that, and then when he goes down like that, I'll just go and bang him. Damn right.
The Undertaker's entrance, seriously unreal.
Oh, mate, yeah.
Yeah, it's a great. He's just brilliant. He's my favourite. He always was my favourite. The Undertaker, Undertaker through the era of versus Kurt Angle, his stuff what he did with Edge in that feud. The CM Punk feud, the Batista feud, all the feuds he did were epic. They were.
You've missed out one as well, and it gets very, very because he has so many. Doesn't get. But I think when they had the Buried Alive match with Vince, and then Kane came, and when he came back from Buried Alive, and he came back not as the American Badass, he came back as the Undertaker, and they were playing about with him. As soon as you hear that, honestly, even LA Knight, he said on a show, he goes, recently when they did the Legends Night, and they said, listen, when you hear the Undertaker's music and you're in in that ring or in that arena, doesn't matter who you are, whether you're part of the crowd or in that ring, the chills and the feeling you will get will be like nothing you ever have in the ring. And LA Knight says, as soon as that gong went, he's like, Jesus Christ.
That's when it's real. It's when it's real. I watched Raw and SmackDown live in a WWF bar in Times Square.
Yeah, it's closed now, that bar. They closed it down.
That's a shame. Just having visions of Brian doing the people's elbow.
Mate, I'd love to cut a promo. I'd love it to be a whole build-up and cut a promo. My God.
We've done promos, but they're mostly rants. They're not promos.
Yeah, but instead of saying, finally, The Rock has come home, and I'll just go, and as always, at the end of every fucking thing. There won't be any, if you smell The Rock is cooked, that'd be you.
Yeah. What the cough is brewing. Hey lads, afternoon. Thanks for brightening my afternoon. Hello, Ellie.
Always, Ellie, darling.
He's saying class, great stuff. It's never thought we'd be talking about wrestling today, but you never know what you're going to talk about on the Coffee Company, and that's what's great about it.
And I love how we spoke about wrestling, and somehow it's got to me and Levy in a match. Not even,
as always.
Mate, 6 degrees of separation. 6 degrees of separation with me and Levy.
Whatever people try and do, we try not to talk football, and they're still trying to bring it back to it. It's
it's very easy to do, isn't it?
It's very easy. I mean, it's not like we won't talk about football. It's just that this is the hour you don't talk about football.
Yeah, exactly.
Hello, Ian. Hopefully you're well. Oi legends have liked as normal. Great.
Big up, Ian.
Make sure you like the stream. It really helps us. And if you can share it with your friends, that helps us out a lot as well. But where do you want to continue this, Brian? Because we could just talk wrestling all day, and we just can.
We could do. I'm perfectly fine with doing that. We can talk about anything. What's your plan? What's your plans for the weekend? I told you my plans.
My plan for tomorrow is to do absolutely nothing. Sunday, I will be watching one of my favourite guitar players, Billy Gibbons, play at the Shepherd.
We spoke about that in the last one.
I'm very excited about it because Billy Gibbons is just great. And for most people that don't already know, my family do like their automobiles, and we do like our hot rods. So like Billy Gibbons he's like number one because he's a hot rodder. He's got a long beard. I like him. He's great. And I'm looking forward to seeing it. Makes a change from chocolate. Don't tempt fate, Mark. Don't tempt fate. Oh God, well, try not to answer this just in case. But who is the hottest female wrestler ever? It's very difficult.
Oh no, it's not.
Oh, for me it is.
I am, and still to this day, without a doubt, Lita. Without a doubt, she is just From the moment she came on the scene, my God.
Yeah.
She is mate. Lita. I don't know if it's the tattoos. I don't. Yeah. Well, there's a lot, but Lita is just incredible.
I love that Trish is back in 90s Trish with the cowboy hat. I was just like, yes. But I'm a big fan of Toni Storm. I think Toni Storm is absolutely beautiful. I love Toni Storm. She's so good.
The one thing I will say about Trish is she has the greatest surgeon ever.
Yeah.
Because at her age, for her chest to look like that, still, it's just, mate, it's ridiculous. And that, listen, the female body and everything, but that is just insane. It is just insane. But
forward just in case, as always, leave you out as you get stretched out the. Oh, bloody hell, Tom. Afternoon, Ellie. I'm going to see definitely Oasis at O2 Islington. They are excellent. I'm hoping actual Oasis. I want Oasis to. I love Oasis, and I've been learning a couple of Oasis songs at the moment.
I'll tell you another wrestler that when we're talking about the moon. I don't know why, but every time I see it, I love Sasha Banks. I know she's not there anymore.
She's great.
Sasha Banks.
Yeah. She's great. I'm also a big fan of Rhea Ripley at the moment.
She's doing incredible. Charlotte Flair as well.
So
Charlotte
good.
Flair is just incredible.
See, I
Charlotte,
ask good questions. Yeah, you ask good
you,
questions. Yeah,
you
tough to
do.
argue. It's difficult, but there are some other ones. It depends preferences. Tori Wilson,
I'm sorry, Lita just honestly. Oh,
Stacey Keebler, my
oh
girl.
mate. That okay, so I have a top two. Stacey Keebler has the best set of legs I've ever seen in my entire life. Entire
She could
life.
kick them from across the room. That woman.
Stacey Keebler is stunningly beautiful, breathtakingly beautiful. Yeah, that's my two. But I would, if
Big
I had the choice,
rumours.
if I had the choice to spend the night with someone, whether it be whatever, Lita.
Big rumours of a Nebworth. If Oasis do a comeback at Nebworth and the tickets aren't stupid, I am there. Like, I will be anyone I know that can get me tickets for that. I am going to be there. Oasis. I don't think it will happen. There are rumours, but it's just, unfortunately, Liam just doesn't want to do it. Mel wants to do it, but I love Oasis.
Yeah.
I want Oasis to re-perform. Just to say I've seen Oasis. Of course, I want to see AC/DC more. If you give me the choice between AC/DC and Oasis, I'm going for AC/DC. But I want to see Oasis. Lisa, my favourite, or Sable as well. Good Arvo and Kalispera. We've got a Greek Aussie boss, Stuart and all, and we do.
Well, it's first day tomorrow.
Yeah, first day tomorrow. So get your wombats out.
Sable's now married to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, she is. She absolutely is. I've seen Oasis 5 times so that I've
Oh,
seen
mate.
them once.
I would love to have seen them. Love to have seen them.
If they perform, I'm there. If Oasis do actually do it and reform, I'm there.
Yeah, I would ask you to get me a ticket, and I'd contemplate coming back for that. Oasis, I tell you, who is a huge Oasis fan is Ben Daniel.
Yeah.
Even at his wedding, they got him a Oasis tribute band.
Yeah.
When Ben and Ashley got married, he's a humongous Oasis fan.
Oasis
He's actually a huge music fan. He's a huge music fan, is Ben.
It's just that Oasis they are a group that everyone should. They are they're an amalgamation of some of the best groups ever, and they took inspiration from all of them. The Smiths, the Beatles, a lot of the pop groups throughout the years. That they are just an amalgamation of all the things that are good about music, and they're just excellent. So it looks like we're going to Oasis if they perform. We would lean on.
Yeah, and hopefully Lita and Stacey Keebler will be the backing singers.
Yeah, absolutely. Last ever concert at Wembley, old Wembley, was fantastic. I'd love to have gone. It's one of the wishes. If you could see any group live band, Brian, who would you go and see?
Well, it's not so much.
They've got to still be playing, but
okay. I was about to say because my biggest regret was with Michael Jackson passing away because I was going to be one of his first nights, and I'm obsessed with Michael Jackson. I'm obsessed. I had tickets for like any band that's still
any group. It can be any group you want.
That's a really tough question because my music taste is really. I love all kinds of various kinds of music. If Oasis, put it this way, if Oasis formed, it would have to be Oasis. But it's such a hard question.
And one of the things I regret is never seeing Chaz and Dave live. I'd love to have seen Chaz and Dave. But I've seen a few of them. I've seen Madness. Madness are great. I don't know if you like Madness, Brian, but Madness.
Oh, how do you not like Madness?
Yeah, but Madness are a wicked gig. They are wicked.
Forget Suggs Chelsea, but
the rest of them are Tottenham apparently.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. Their music is great.
It's just brilliant. Hello, Jose. Hello, Jose. Good afternoon.
Big up, Jose, brother.
How are you both on this Friday afternoon? Hopefully in good spirits and good health. Yeah, we're great. We've been talking wrestling this entire time, and now we've phased into something we also like, which is music. And give us, everyone in the chat, give us whatever. If anyone in chat, there's 12 of you in here, What group? You can see any group live now. They have to be alive now. Who do you go and see? Who was the live female wrestler that got them? I don't know. I don't know. Flew out the stadium on a jetpack.
Although I do have to say one thing. Funny enough, I was watching some of her best bits on before we came on. You have to pay huge props to China.
Yeah,
you have to. She was something else. She put everything on the map. She was absolutely incredible. God bless her. May she rest in peace. She was just something to watch. She was incredible.
Yeah, she was absolutely brilliant. Ian has put a comment. I missed out on seeing the Eagles a few years ago at the arena where I went to college. 3 weeks later, Glenn Fry died, passed away. Absolutely. Yeah, I would love to have seen the Eagles play. The full Eagles. But admittedly, you wouldn't have seen that. That's a regret that I never got to see the entirety of the Eagles play, but they're still great. They're still great. Cypress Hill and House of Pain, doesn't sound
Cypress
like
Hill. Do you know what? Black Sunday, their first album, is one of the best albums ever.
I was at Madstock 1994. Great stuff. Oh, everyone. What group would you go and see live? Band? Anyone? Bruno Mars sings a song about doing nothing. Yes, he does. And I like that song. It's a great song. China was amazing. Oh, this is a very difficult one. It's a very difficult because I've saw Elton John this year, and Elton John was epic. I love Elton John's music. Absolutely fantastic.
I told you the story where I could have seen Elton John, but I did. So where my mum works and where her company is that she runs and owns with a couple of others is in Watford.
Yeah.
And we're going a long time ago. We're talking when I was still drinking. Every year, or every other year, he used to put on an exclusive concert only for people that own businesses in Watford.
Yeah.
For one night or a weekend, and he gave free tickets away for the businesses to say, "What? Thank you for bringing money into Watford." Blah 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 blah
Yeah.
blah. We had tickets for it, and 2 days before it, I was stupid, and my mum caught me in doing a line of Charlie.
Oh, for God's sake.
And then she was like, "Right, your punishment is," and obviously there's a lot more, but she's like, "There's no fucking way you're coming to Elton John now." And I was gutted.
Yeah.
And I'm even more gutted now because I'm an even bigger fan of him, and I haven't had the opportunity to see him. So don't do drugs, kids.
Yeah, don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. And that's one thing the coffee company stands by. All my influences have passed away, but any group that is still here would be the Foo Fighters. Dave is Dave Grohl is a top bloke. He is a top bloke.
He is.
I know people are people are annoyed with him that he doesn't do autographs. It's because people get his autograph and then sell it on the internet, and he doesn't like that.
Yep.
Like it. Take a picture, do whatever, don't get an autograph. But yeah, Dave Grohl is a top bloke. I'd love to see Jack Black play. Jack Black is awesome. What a guy. What a guy. The Beasties were excellent. I'd love to see Don Henley. Actually, Santana was in town earlier this week and I missed it. Yeah, Santana's great. Ocean Colour Scene are very good. Tom has seen loads of bands.
Yes.
Liam Gallagher puts on a great show. Well worth going if you're an Oasis fan. Yeah. Best concerts I went to was
Prince. What a performer. What a fucking performer.
I saw Dirty Minds concert before he was hardly heard of. Best probably Wembley Arena, about 87, I think. Yes.
Ben, favourite Prince song?
Purple Rain.
See, whenever I hear Purple Rain now, did you get to see when those funny Jewish songs that get sung where they do cartoon? When I heard Purple Rain,
yeah,
every time I hear Purple Rain now, I just hear that and see that video. But for me, it's not even close. It's When Doves Cry.
I just love Purple Rain. That guitar solo. I love that guitar solo.
When Doves Cry is one of my favourite songs of all time.
I always wanted to see the Beastie Boys, Rip MCA. Yeah, Jack Black is a top entertainer and a great musician. Yes, he is. He's a very good musician. Seen Kylie. I've never seen Kylie, but I've been very close to Danny Minogue. I've said hello to Danny Minogue, and she said hello back, and she is lovely. Purple Rain, or literally anything off the Batman out. That Purple Rain is just an excellent song. I love Purple Rain. I would see Kylie Minogue. I'd love to see Kylie. I think Kylie Minogue would be a great concert to go to. Get a great entertainer. It's another one. I'd love to see Bon Jovi again, even though he's sort of lost his voice. But I'd see Bon Jovi.
Jovi's an incredible singer. Incredible.
He's not as good. He's lost his voice a lot. Aerosmith live were brilliant. That's probably the only guitar god I've actually seen live, which is...
I'm so happy we're having this chat, because I'm just downloading loads of stuff as you say, and I forgot about some Aerosmith songs.
Joe Perry is awesome. I love Joe Perry as a guitar player. It's probably the only guitar god I've really seen, because I wouldn't class a lot of them I've seen as guitar gods. I'm trying to think. There's one group I wouldn't want to see again. Well, he can't, because he's passed, unfortunately. I wouldn't want to see George Michael again. I had my fill of George Michael.
I would love to see George. I would love to see George Michael.
I saw him too many times, but never again. Muse are the best live act ever. Good to know. Would love to have seen at the Up in Smoke tour. Interesting. Oh, favourite. Now that we've said this, favourite group ever. I think we've probably already talked about this once or twice, Brian. But...
Jesus Christ, that is so hard.
Well, it's easy for me because I adore AC/DC. I adore them.
That is so hard. Look, when it comes to old school, you can't beat the Beatles.
Yeah.
I love when you look at Motown, the Jackson 5.
Yeah.
When I talk about my R&B, you can't beat Joe Desi or Drew Hill. When it comes to Frank Sinatra, listen, I'm obsessed with Frank Sinatra because of my grandma. Obsessed with Frank Sinatra because of my grandma. It was my grandma. No matter where you went in my grandpa's house, Frank Sinatra memorabilia, videos, records. My grandma, kind of like my football knowledge. There's nothing my grandma didn't know about Frank Sinatra. She was, it rubbed off with me. And do you know what? I remember one of my finest memories with her is, do you remember when Robbie Williams did the Swing Whilst You're Winning?
Yes.
And he did all the old school. I watched that concert with her live. And after that, I got a huge respect. I got a huge love for that kind of music. So I would have loved to sing Frank Sinatra.
I love that style of music.
Oh, that's when music was music. If you listen to music then and songs then, compared to the crap that is out now, like mainstream, it's night and day.
Like, if you're upset, for example, if Swing on a Star comes on from Frank Sinatra, you're instantly there. You're there. It's just got. I love a bit of Frank Sinatra. It's here. My intro music is a swing jazz song.
Yeah.
Big fan. So I love that type of music. For me, mostly probably because I love Disney, and Disney use that stuff a lot. A lot of people used it. Ellie says, I love Madness. Followed them all over with quite a few mates. I'd love to go and see them again and again. Madness are great live. They're brilliant. I saw Run DMC and Public Enemy back in the day. Hootie and the Blowfish. Interesting.
Mate, you've also got to add NWA into this.
Yeah.
NWA. Even, do you know what? And I must admit, the NWA movie is absolutely awesome.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. Tom, I can't believe I left this. When you said best group over, Tom 81 has just smacked it. Not that one. Last comment.
I know, but I'm reading. I'm an Oasis fanboy, and I'm not afraid to say it. I mean, you got the bucket hat already, Tom. You got the bucket hat. Big up, guys. Big up, Danji. Hopefully you're well, buddy. Gutted. I never.
There's the greatest band of all time.
I love Queen. I think Brian May is excellent. I love that band. For me, they're not the best band ever.
Mate. For me, Queen. My God, Tom. Thank you for. I can't believe I didn't even mention them. Queen to me are just unparalleled to anyone. Anyone.
As much as I love Queen, they are a tiny bit overrated for me. For me personally, but there are better bands. I think but I do love Queen. It's not like I don't love them, but for me, they're in my top 5, but they're not in my top 3.
Oh, yeah, Queen and my God, I feel so out of order. I didn't mention them. Thank you for reminding me, Tom.
Yeah. Now you're talking, Brian. Now you're talking. Darius Rucker is on a whole nother level. Great band. Better late than never. Big up, please. Big up. Hopefully you're well, buddy. Queen, Springsteen, the Eagles, etc. I love the Eagles. The Eagles, that they're just it. But it's all in, what's it called? It's all subjective who people love the best. There is not. It's one of those things. There is no such thing as the greatest band ever. Because everyone's style of music, if you like rap music, you hate Queen because Queen is not rap music.
Oh, I love Queen. I honestly,
only listen to rap music. Queen bashing, get out, leave immediately, don't come. I'm not Queen bashing, but they are a tiny bit overrated for me. I do love Queen, but for me, there are better bands. I agree. Radio Gaga, I just don't get it. I love Radio Gaga. I love Bohemian Rhapsody. It's just, like, for me, I put Elton John above Queen, personally. I love Elton John's music. It's so, but it's what you like. It's what you like.
Yeah.
Tom is liking something. He's going to tell us next that Kit Kats are chocolate next. Shut up, Ian. You've gone an entire show without not mentioning it. Don't spoil it now. Surely he wouldn't stoop too far. But brilliant. Brilliant. Bloody hell.
Bloody hell.
Bloody hell. We've got a visitor as well. Mr. Graham is in the house to finish the show off for us.
There you go.
Hello, sir. From the more recent era, I would love to see the Black Eyed Peas, as my Dr. Ange went to see them, and she said it was party central and they were fabulous. Yeah, maybe. Not my particular thing, but yeah. Freddie doing a soundtrack with the crowd. Absolutely. Zing. Wish I'd gone to Glastonbury just for Blondie. Blondie are fantastic. Love Blondie. And Scooter. And on that note, Brian, it's actually time to wrap up the show. So
is it now?
It is. We've hit that hour mark.
There we go. Well, that's perfect time to end it then, isn't it?
Absolutely. What has happened on TottenhamOnTour? I know we know what's happened on TottenhamOnTour, but let's have a chat.
TottenhamOnTour released a video at 1:15 today. So if you do want some football talk, go on to TottenhamOnTour, where me and a guy that you'll see a bit more from, James Flower, who does Spaces with me, been on a couple of our fan shows back in the day. With all this talk about the incomings and how well we've done and the potential defenders, I haven't seen a lot of people actually talk seriously about the outgoings.
Yeah.
And clearing the deadwood and who do we see? And do you know what? There's actually a really good discussion. James wanted to come on. Do you remember when we were talking on our first pop-up?
Yes.
And we talked about Ndombele or Lo Celso.
Yeah.
James really wanted to come on because he had a lot to say about it, about why he's choosing Ndombele to stay. To stay. And I was like, what are you talking? And this talk we have, he's kind of winning me over the Lo Celso and Ndombele. But go check out TottenhamOnTour.
Come and check out that video. It went live today, so everyone go and watch that video.
Yeah, it went live at 1:15.
But absolutely brilliant stuff, Brian. Take us away, Brian, and we're going to end the show.
Everyone, have a great weekend. It's been brilliant spending some time with you, the week with you. Thanks for your support of Ben's channel. Don't forget to subscribe to the Coffee Company and of TottenhamOnTour. Have a wonderful weekend. And as always, Levy out.
And as always, if you smell what the cough is brewing. Thank you all so much for watching, everyone. Have a brilliant rest of your day. Back on Monday. Ciao for now.